Hey everybody, Princess Friend here. The first big thing that I think is big for me is that I have a new microphone. So I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying the sound of my voice in slightly better acoustics and digitalness and whatnot. It wasn't super expensive, but it took me a little bit to I bought the mic and then I'm like, oh wait, I need a stand, and then oh wait, now I need a condenser, and then oh wait, now I need a phantom power supply and all that stuff. So it was a journey, but I actually do think that it does make my voice sound way better. So now on to the actual news. There was an interview with Tyka Nelson, and of course, we all know that interviews with Tyka Nelson usually are, one could say, interesting, but it's one of those weird things that she will usually give a bunch of useful information and then will throw some sort of wrench into the mix that just everybody now, their heads need to explode. So here's the head exploding part. So in the interview, it was with Rolling Stone, and there'll be a link in the description. You know, basically they kind of go through a bunch of the stuff like, you know, hey, they're unlocking his music and they're gonna have the Piano and a Mic 1983 out in September, which actually isn't that far away now. They have Paisley Park as a museum, and there was talk that I just heard from another person saying that Prince wanted to open up his own college and all kinds of stuff, you know, all that stuff, and that they just made the deal with Sony, just tons of stuff, right? The hope here is that we don't start getting like Prince-themed everything. We don't need, like I had in the last video, we don't need a Prince toothbrush or Prince wallet or a Prince everything that they can sell with Prince on it. We don't need that. We really just need to get the music out. And there's some cool stuff that I do like. The museum is actually really cool. I love the For You symphonic celebration of Prince that's going through. So, I mean, there are some stuff that I do like. No holograms, no nothing like that. And then, of course, it gets to a part where Tyka Nelson says Prince wanted to open up a Prince-themed hotel. Now, I'm not really sure, right? From her quote, it actually says, "It was only an idea my brother had, and he spoke about it to his assistant some years ago. In the future, it is something I'd like to investigate." So yeah, so she is part of working with the oversight of the music, and, you know, she's there trying to help get the music released in a way that Prince would have liked, and that is awesome, and that is to be applauded, and I think that that's awesome. But I think that trying to take an idea that Prince said to an assistant years ago, like, didn't say like, you know, hey, like they had long conversations and they did a bunch of plans. It was like, no, like he mentioned it to somebody years ago that said, hey, yeah, we should. And I'm just like, oh, I really don't know how I feel about that. How would you even do it? Like, it would just have Prince's love symbol everywhere, his name, and then you would just have what, like themed rooms? Like a Doomy Baby room, and a Darling Nikki room, or a Let's Go Crazy room? I'm keeping it all around the mid-80s because that's what the rooms are gonna be, let's just be honest. You could have a ladder room, you could have a Purple Rain room, and that's, oh my god. It's just, it's frustrating to think about. I don't know what it is, and I have nothing against Tyka. Unlike some people who have things really against her or think that she is Prince or whatever. For me, it's actually just more about having a cohesive message that doesn't get lost in a bunch of speculation and hyperbole. As Prince's friends, we kind of just want to know what the plans are going forward. And just mentioning anything under the sun and saying it could be a Prince-themed this, a Prince-themed that, that gets fairly frustrating, and it makes us believe that it's going in the wrong direction. Even if it doesn't actually go in that direction, it makes us question the leadership. And I think it's not a mistake that, like, all of the good press releases that have come out have been from Troy Carter, who does all of the stuff I just said. Cohesive message, sticks to the point, doesn't speculate, does all that stuff. And I don't want to say, like, don't let Tyka talk, because that's silly. Like, Tyka was a big part of the Prince estate. She's his, you know, his only full-blooded sibling. She has a lot to say. She has her own music career. She's doing tours. She's got a lot on her plate, and she's got a lot of stuff that she can impart. But I think that possibly having a meeting somewhere might be a good idea of like, hey, let's talk about these things, let's not talk about these other things. And if there's stuff like just in your brain, let's like stay away from saying that stuff if we can. Yeah, just if we can. So anyway, what do you guys think about the idea that there might be a Prince hotel? I'm still, I mean, it seems like it might be like they have Star Wars hotels and they have like weird themed hotels and stuff like that, but like, do we really need something like that for Prince? I don't think we do, but what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe and Patreon and all of that fun junk, but oh man, this is gonna be a wild ride. May you live to see the dawn. Honey, don't you know I will slap the waves out your head if you do not subscribe?